our Advantage hunting blind together today, and this is the deluxe model. We're going to do a little how-to video assembly on how this goes together. Believe it or not, for such a big structure, it's pretty easy. There's not a lot of parts, but we're going to get this assembled and then we're going to put it up in one of our food plots and we'll show you all that.
Our first step is to pre-drill holes in our plywood floor so we can later attach the quad pod base for an elevated blind. Now it's time to connect the side walls together. Only hand tighten nuts and bolts at this time. Once you have 3 sides connected, then it's time to center your plywood floor. The plywood simply slides into a groove in the bottom of the walls. Once your plywood floor is centered, you secure it in place with a single galvanized wood screw and 3/16 inch washer in center of wall panel. Install each screw from the outside of the blind into the side of the plywood. Do this for side panels only. Once you've attached your 2 side walls with a screw, it's time to attach the door panel. With the door panel now connected, it's time to center the floor with the front and door panel and install a galvanized wood screw and washer into each. With 1 screw in each of the 4 panels, it's time to add the remaining screws to secure the floor. Next, we install the roof, making sure that the recessed or indented section lines up with the door panel. When inserting screws, be sure to start in the center and end with the corners. It's time to install the door bungee, which will keep the door shut while hunting. You'll remove one of the hooks from the bungee strap and thread a bolt through the hole. Be sure to secure the bungee and washer to the second roof bolt on the left-hand side of the door. At this point, we have only hand tightened the nuts and bolts. Now is the time to go through and securely fasten those down. Once you've tightened all the nuts and bolts, it's time to put a galvanized screw into all 4 corners at the base. Now we're going to show you how to install the door assembly.
You got the lock assembly, you got the spacer that goes on the inside of the door, and then you have the latch that goes on the inside of the door. And it's attached with 2 screws and a washer that you would tighten with a screwdriver.
Now it's time to install the bungee strap to the windows. These will hold the windows shut when not in use. Next, we install the wooden shooting rest.
How's that feel?
Oh yeah.
Now we install screws to secure our window strap to. Next, we install the window lift system. Now we attach the quad pod base to the floor. With the quad pod base secured, it's time to attach the eye bolt to the floor for our anchor attachment. Once your eye bolt is secure, it's time to install the carpet, which should be glued in. Now that our Advantage hunting blind is assembled, it's time to move it to our hunting location. Because we needed an elevated blind in this spot, we will now attach our 4x4 post, then we will lift the stand.
Alright, someone come get on this leg. Alright, go.
With our stand assembled and in position, it's time to install the anchor system. First, we drive the anchor stake into the ground, then we attach the cable system and tighten. With our Advantage hunting blind anchored in place, all we have left is to build our ladder, install our 30-foot corrugated pipe, and caulk all the seams from the inside. This will help ensure a scent-tight stand while hunting.